New information and questions of medical ethics surround the mother of octuplets and her family's finances.
CBS News has learned her family filed for bankruptcy and abandoned a house about a year and a half ago. The mother already has 6 children, ages 2 to 7. Her name is still a secret, but her mom, Angela Solomon, tells the Los Angeles Times her daughter had the fertilized embryos implanted, and they all happened to take. The baby's grandfather, who did not give his name, lashed out at the reporters today who surrounded him while he was taking 2 of his grandchildren to school.
Your granddaughter today?
No, we just wanted to ask. You know.
I know, but it's too much. She's fine. The babies are fine. Everybody's fine, except us, because of you. That's all.
You can understand him, can't you? Well, he's from Iraq and once served in the military there. He said he plans to go back there soon to make money for his family. As for a mother of 6 having 8 embryos implanted, doctors say she was already 3 months pregnant when they began treating her, and they say they gave her the option of selective abortion or continuing the pregnancy.
The births of the octuplets has fertility doctors questioning why any clinic would agree to implant 8 embryos in a woman who already has 6 children. A local doctor believes any physician who would allow that many potential births is unethical. Medical specialist Carrie Davis has more in this 7 on Your Side Medical Law.
They are stable, their vitals are stable, their temperature is stable.
As doctors in California announced the successful birth of the octuplets, fertility specialists are wondering how this pregnancy could have happened. At Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group in Greenville, Dr. John Nichols says only in extremely rare cases can he imagine using 8 embryos.
98–99% of us would never do what was done in this case.
He says no matter how infertile someone is, you have to consider all those eggs to be potential pregnancies.
That's outrageous. It's unbelievable that all 8 would take.
He says the most he would consider is 5 eggs, and that would be in a patient over 40 having failed other attempts at in vitro.
And she would be considered under 35, good prognosis, plus 6 kids. I mean, that's a patient you would be strongly looking at only putting 1 embryo, 2 at the most.
There was one other case where a woman in Houston gave birth to octuplets in the 80s. She lost one of the babies, but as Dr. Nichols points out, that was through fertility drugs. In vitro is much more likely to produce a pregnancy, and the doctor should have taken that into consideration because a pregnancy so large can be very dangerous for the babies.
Then the long-term effects for these children with prematurity, you don't know what's going to happen to them.
Dr. Nichols says there are no laws in place to regulate how many embryos can be implanted. That's up to the patient and her doctor. But he says there are guidelines, and they show for a woman of this mother's age, it should have been no more than 2. In Greenville, Carrie Davis, News Channel 7.
Dr. Nichols says when women first started getting in vitro back in the 80s, 8 embryos would not have been uncommon. Now, the procedure has become so exact that number would only be used in extremely rare cases. So do you think it's unethical for a doctor to implant a woman with 8 embryos, knowing many of them might be viable? We want you to share your opinion in our web poll, and you'll find that on the front page of WSPA.com.